All right, so I get this question asked way too often. What do you put in the resume if you have no experience or no commercial experience? And I feel like I answered that in so many different places, but not really in one central video. So I'm gonna give you 5 strong things you can immediately add to your resume or upgrade your resume on. And so one thing you need to keep in mind is that you have way more than you think you do. And if you don't, it means that you're wasting your time. So you need to double down and get that information or those signals that you can start doing the work. Doesn't matter what seniority you are, you're only gonna get the job or only gonna get promoted or that opportunity if it's clear that you have what it takes to do the work or you have the potential to do it. Go out there and get it done. So, number 1 is simple, projects. You must have some projects done. If you don't have anything, then what the hell are you watching this video for? Stop this video, go and figure out what can you solve, what problem can you solve with your UX skills, whatever they are, maybe it's just UI design. So what? Go out there and solve some problems, find them. For example, on this channel, the playlist of UX project challenges is open and there's at least a few briefs of real life challenges, real life problems, of which if you take and go explore, solve some problems, document the steps, you can arrive at a killer case study and the evidence that you can do the work. And actually say on your resume, hey, I did this and this is what I learned, these are the outcomes and it's lifelike. And it's gonna be as good as the actual work experience as long as you do it properly. So you don't have an excuse anymore that you don't have experience or anything. You have to make that experience happen. How else do you think you're gonna break into the field? You really want this bad enough, you must hustle and get that evidence that you can do the work. Second one is obvious one, but courses. You obviously are taking and learning UX, or you should be. If you're, let's say, in your position where you already are a UX designer, you need to learn that next level skills and represent it. You could take courses, certificate, get diplomas, things of that nature, but mentioning that and in particular what actually you're learning, it's the evidence. Of course, it's not as sound as the actual projects, which was number 1, but still it adds a bit more information that you're getting more and more tuned in with what UX is about, let's say. And of course, a follow-up of that, and number 3 is the skills acquired. So what do you actually learn from those courses? If you take an intro UX course, you obviously are going to learn a bit about prototyping, interaction design, architect the content and the information, a bit of research maybe. Add those skill sets you're starting to acquire and also kind of, don't put meatballs or like sliders or progress bars, how much you learn, because you have no idea yet. Like it's going to take you decades to fully learn it. But you can say that you are, let's say, have a beginner skill set at user research, and these are the methods you've applied so far in practice out there solving those projects again, which I mentioned about in the beginning. Next one is an obvious one, but it's recommendations, which I have no idea why people don't do this more, but the recommendations on LinkedIn, which you can request from your peers or project mates or former colleagues, especially if they're at the same level or senior or a level you want to get to, can be groundbreaking. If you never worked with anyone in the past who's in UX and can give you that social cloud, go and find a team. Join my UX community on Discord called Design Squad, where it's thousands of people literally form the teams for those project challenges which I'm posting on them. Ask for their quotes. Were you good at it? What was the best things you did? Share those things on LinkedIn. It's gonna stay on your peripheral LinkedIn profile as well as the evidence, but also you can copy paste and say, in this project I teamed up with this UX designer and they said this about me. That's additional information which reinforces that, hey, you are a person like that, and maybe something is gonna match up and you're gonna be more likely maybe to get internship. Or even if you're senior enough, if you displayed some leadership qualities, ask that product manager or that peer to highlight them. Hey, do you think I did well on this subject? Copy that, because that evidence is something you can use immediately. It's information, it's a signal that you can do it, you're aware of it, that this is what you're passionate about. And now the last one is the obvious one, but also underused or used incorrectly usually in resumes, especially in those who are coming up. You usually in resumes has as a standard a summary note saying, hey, I'm a UX designer looking for a new job. I'm passionate about, cutting edge and emerging tech, yada, yada, yada. Use that, expand on it, add a paragraph exactly why you would be the best fit for that role, for that specific opening. Tailor that message or those paragraphs in the resume. Make it a mini cover letter to that specific opening. If that specific opening, let's say, is in VR or mobile apps, or they're doing something with e-commerce and you're passionate about it, tell exactly why you would be a good fit for that specific role, or why your skills match it up, or how your bigger picture or long-term goals match up. And this is many factors already. This is what you can put in your resume immediately today. The goals, your skill set matching up. That's 3 things you can express in text. And lastly, what value are you gonna add to that employer? You don't have to limit yourself. Your resume is you and what you wanna do and what you can do for that employer. The format, the structure, how you do in 1 column, 2 columns, who the hell cares? It's the information and the content which lands in it what matters. So you can merge your cover letter and resume and make it one. You can use a website to craft it all and make it an experience. You can make a resume which covers all of those things I just highlighted, like no commercial experience. So get after it. Smash that like button, leave a comment down below, and on that note, I'll see you next time.